Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and we have some breaking news. Breaking news. Hope you're having a great day. We have some breaking news. We are literally breaking the news right now, first, before anyone else on the planet. We love to break the news first. So we are breaking the news. Are you guys ready for the news? Here it is. TAAT. Breaking news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. TAAT Menthol is the first TAAT variety to be sold out and reordered by Ohio tobacco retailers. Breaking news, TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. Huge news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. TAAT Menthol is the first TAAT variety to be sold out. That's right. The first TAAT Menthol is the first TAAT variety to be sold out and reordered. That's right. Sold out and reordered by Ohio tobacco retailers. Breaking news, TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere. Let the world know about the breaking news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. During the initial weeks in which TAAT Original, Smooth, and Menthol were available for purchase by legal age smokers in Ohio, the TAAT Menthol variety was the first to be reordered by tobacco retailers who sold out of this variant. Prior to launching TAAT in the United States, the company issued a press release detailing its intent to place a strategic focus on the menthol cigarette segment. Interesting. Menthol. What do you guys think about that? How you guys doing? Good to see Ken here. Tom, how you doing? Kaziel and Tom. Hit that like button. Yes, we got 49 members here, 16 likes so far. Please smash the like button. This is breaking news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. When I first brought this pic to the world, nobody knew who TAAT was. And I remember people didn't believe it was real. I remembered actually testing them myself and having friends test them and other members of our community test them and investors test them, and everybody liked them. Now they're being sold in Ohio, but not just sold, but sold out and reordered. That's a good sign. So they've already passed the stage of whether or not it's real or not. So all those people that were like, they're not real, where are those people? Are those people out there? Are you guys still out there? They're not real cigarettes. Where are those guys? Any of you guys out there? I want you guys to stand up in the chat if that was you. They're not real cigarettes. Looks real to me. TAATglobal.com, trytat.com, giving away free cigarettes to Americans in original, smooth, or menthol varieties. So this looks pretty real to me. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but it looks pretty real to me. Yeah, and guess what? People like them and they're ordering more. They're ordering more. Oh, look, this is fake. See, there it is. They're coming out. This isn't real news. Those are not real cigarettes. This is unbelievable news, breaking news for TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. Prior to launching TAAT in the United States, the company issued a press release detailing its intent to place a strategic focus on the menthol cigarette segment. The market for menthol cigarettes is valued at approximately USD 80 billion globally, and menthol cigarettes represent about 45% of combustible tobacco sales in Pennsylvania, a neighboring state to Ohio. TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, TAAT in Canada, TOBAF in America and 2TP2 in Frankfurt, Germany, is pleased to announce that the menthol variety of TAAT, its flagship product, was the first to sell out during the initial weeks of availability of TAAT products at retail in Ohio. I have not actually personally tried the menthol. I have only tried the original, but it is good to see that people like the menthol. That's interesting. Tobacco retailers who sold out of TAAT Menthol have placed reorders through their respective tobacco distributors who carry TAAT. The company continues to focus its efforts on commercializing all three varieties of TAAT in a balanced manner to legal age smokers in the state of Ohio, while continuously analyzing sales data for TAAT, Original, Smooth, and Menthol to develop strategies that are specific to each product variety based on the actual market performance. In a press release dated July 3rd, 2020, the company outlined its provisional strategy for gaining market share in the menthol subset of the USD 814 billion global tobacco industry, a segment which was valued at approximately USD 80 billion in 2018 by Grandview Research. Menthol cigarettes, which were invented in Ohio. Wow, invented in Ohio. I didn't know that. In 1924, gained popularity due to the unique cooling sensation from added menthol C10H20O. CHO. The first major brand of menthol cigarettes in the United States, known as Cools, advertised throat comfort as a defiant attribute in comparison to traditional tobacco cigarettes. Major tobacco companies began offering standalone brands of menthol cigarettes beginning in the 1950s, including R.J. Reynolds through Salem, Lorillard, Newport, and Spring. We've all heard of the Newports. And Philip Morris, Alpine. Menthol cigarettes remain immensely popular in the United States, with Newport menthol cigarettes holding a market share of approximately 14%, second only to Marlboro. I didn't know that. Interesting. Very interesting. This is the breaking news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is good news? Breaking news for TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. What do you guys think about this breaking news? There is so many people all over the world wanting to buy TAAT. And the market has become a war between the buyers and the sellers, the shorts and the longs, right? The people that want to make money in the market and the people that want to short companies, people that want to see companies grow, and then the people that want to see the companies fail. This is what the market has become. And that is what the market is in the market. We see that with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin at 34,000 has captured the imagination of investors all over the world. Now, imagine what TAAT could do if they could just take 1% of the entire tobacco market, which I'm not saying they're going to at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that this is a company that has a chance. They have a chance because that's their goal. They have a chance. They've started at 41 cents pre-IPO, opened up at 67 cents day one. They've grown now to $2.60. We've only seen one order of $150,000 so far. That's what we've seen. We've seen one order of $150,000 so far. That's it. Nothing else, right? What you see is I have marked the buy zones and the sell zones based on the chart analysis I've done. You can see that all the boxes are marked of the high zones where it always gets resistance. The reason is because the company, even though the company is very strong structurally as far as share structure and their balance sheet right now, the company hasn't had a lot of sales yet because they're a brand new company and they literally just launched. They've had their first order. They've had their first order, just one order so far. So just imagine where they're going to be as the sales and the orders and the revenue start to pour in. This is the way I'm thinking as an investor. Let's start thinking forward a little bit. Okay, so yeah, they went up to 440 and they came down, right? They went up to 440 and they came down. And they're at 260 right now. And they've held at 260 pretty good considering they've only had $150,000 in sales. Well, imagine if their sales grow. And I'm not going to put any numbers out there because I don't know what the numbers are. But let's just say that they've grown from 150,000. And let's just say that in the future, and I'm speculating saying this, let's just say that they potentially would get into the millions because I'm sure that's the goal. What would that do to the stock? Right? Could that take the stock to $3? Could it take it to $4? You know? So this is what you got to think about when you're trading, right? Like when you're looking and you're using tools, this is what you want to look at. So in order for this to go to about $3.65, that would be a pretty big move from the bottom where it's been. And I think that that's very reasonable. So as an investor, when you're trading and you're looking at, okay, where is this going? Where's it been and where is it going? This is the fibs, right? The Fibonacci extension. When I'm looking at the fibs and I'm looking at, okay, where could this potentially go? Where has it been? I'm looking at highs and lows, and it's been at $4. It's been at 440 when it had no sales, right? So imagine when they actually start bringing in sales. Where's it going to go? So as an investor, my job is to try to get in low, buy the dips, sell the rips, right? Well, I mean, we can look at it on the chart. The lowest has been is 220. It's currently at 260. So it's had the lowest revenue it's ever going to have because the revenue just started. And the first revenue that we've seen from the company is 150,000. I have a feeling that it's only going to get bigger because that's not a big order. That was their first order. And now they have way more stores. So you have to assume that their orders are going to get bigger now that they're getting people reordering. So remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. Consult a financial advisor, okay? And ask their opinion about TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, what the revenue potential could be for a company like this that is now selling, I heard, in over 40 stores right now, 40 locations in Ohio, and growing. So as that grows into 100 locations, 200 locations, 500 locations, 1,000 locations, what will the revenue potential be? Nobody knows until we see it, right? But what we do know is that it's growing. So assuming that the revenues grow, the share structure is tight, they've got some investors backing them and they got money behind them, what potentially could take the stock down further? Sellers, insiders, bad news, bad sales. There's a lot of different reasons why a stock could go down. So you got to ask yourself, is this company going through any of that? Well, clearly there's been selling. So you have to think about, okay, what kind of selling has happened? Why is the stock going down? So if there's sellers, eventually those sellers will get out of the way. And once those sellers get out of the way and they're no longer there, essentially, then it could be essentially just blue sky, right? That's the way I think when I'm trading. I'm like, okay, what is the bottom? What could potentially be the top? And where could this be going? And I'm not saying this is going to go that high, but I mean, it's been there before. $4, $3.80. So it's been to $4 before. So why wouldn't it go back there again? You know, I'm a trend trader, right? Trends go up and down, right? I can show you how this trend has gone up and down, up and down. I can show you the trend. Watch, we'll break it down. We'll break it down. And we'll talk about this. How did this trade? This is TAAT Lifestyle Wellness. Went up right away, right? 80 cents all the way up to like day one, 41 cents, all the way up to 440 by October. It was already at 440, hit its all-time high. Now, who's to say it doesn't hit its all-time high again in 2021? I believe it will not only hit its all-time high, I believe it breaks its all-time high in 2021. I'm not saying it's going to stay there, but I believe it will test it and probably break it. Okay. So see this line that I've drawn? I have a feeling it will get maybe at least here in 2021, at least $5. Now, I don't know that it's going to stay there, but based on historical patterns, based on what this has done in the past, based on its news, its revenue, its share structure, and everything it's done, why wouldn't it want to take another run at some point? That's what it's typically done. It's made some runs. Why wouldn't it take another run in 2021? So the key as an investor is, okay, if you think that this is going to continue to grow and they have strong management and they're doing all the right things and the revenue is going to grow, then what's the bottom, right? What's the bottom? The lowest it's been really over the last few months is about 220 and it's sitting around 260. So when people are like, oh man, what's wrong with TAAT? I'm like, realistically, I think it's clearly creating a buying opportunity. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy it, but yeah, it could go lower. It could go as low as 220, 214 even it was, right? Right here. It was at 214 October 29th, right? So it could go back there. It could go lower than that. Anything is possible in the markets. But you have to ask yourself, why would it go lower than that? Well, the trend is down. That's for sure. So based on the trend, yeah, maybe it could go lower than that. Like look at the trend straight down, right? So maybe it does go lower. But as an investor, I'm also looking for super hyper growth stocks, companies that have super hyper growth potential with revenue growth, mergers and acquisitions, big news and hirings and things that they can do to give the stock a boost. And based on what they've done in their first year in business, I have to assume at some point in 2021, they're going to continue to see some type of excitement in the stock. So even though it's going down, as an investor that's looking for value or super hyper growth stocks, you're looking to buy them when they're down. You're looking to buy them when they're low. The question is, how much lower can it go? And that's really what it comes down to when you're investing, if you like this stock, right? Now, I like this stock for the fact that it's growing, right? The popularity of TAAT Menthol could play a key role in potential expansion initiatives by the company in the northeastern United States due to a high proportion of menthol combustible tobacco sales in specific states. Based on data from 2011 through 2016, sourced by Nielsen, the 3 states with the highest proportion of menthol cigarettes in combustible tobacco sales were Pennsylvania, 45%, Maryland, 44%, and Delaware, 43.3%. In the same data, Ohio's proportion of menthol cigarettes in combustible tobacco sales was just 31.3%. Internationally, menthol cigarettes hold substantial market share in several Asian markets, such as the Philippines, estimated by Philip Morris to be 49.4% in 2010, one of the countries in which TAAT recently filed trademark applications. Wow, the Philippines, eh? The company's distribution partners have managed to fulfill reorders of TAAT Menthol as part of standard routing procedures in an effort to create a competitive edge in a given market. The company is diligently establishing and maintaining a robust distribution network in order to ensure a constant availability of TAAT at all points of sale. Furthermore, a multi-pallet shipment of TAAT Original, Smooth, and Menthol is destined to arrive in Ohio later this quarter as the company continues to build out the presence of TAAT in its initial market. And remember, Ohio is the first market in the world that TAAT is starting to sell cigarettes. Original United States patent for menthol cigarettes filed in 1924 by Lloyd Hughes of Ohio, where TAAT has recently introduced its tobacco-free and nicotine-free combustible product with menthol flavoring. TAAT Chief Executive Officer Seti Coscarella commented, "Unlike those who prefer traditional tobacco cigarettes, legal-age smokers of menthols enjoy a very specific combination of flavors which is difficult to duplicate especially in non-combustible formats. Our objective with TAAT is to offer legal age smokers a better alternative to tobacco cigarettes by aligning our tobacco-free and nicotine products with what they are already enjoying, which includes menthol flavoring in TAAT Menthol to closely emulate the experience of smoking a menthol cigarette. Although non-flavored tobacco compromises the majority of tobacco market, there are many markets in the United States in which over 1/3 of all cigarettes sold are menthols. I didn't know that. Wow, that's a big number. As such, this is not a product category to be overlooked, although we have specifically focused our marketing efforts to legally aged smokers on the TAAT Menthol variety. So they have not specifically focused their marketing efforts to legal age smokers on TAAT Menthol variety. We are pleased to see that the specific SKU has sold well in our first few weeks. We look forward to gathering more sales data as well as product feedback from legal age smokers as we continue commercializing TAAT products in the USD $814 billion global tobacco industry. Wow, that's big. So they didn't anticipate this. It just happened. And it's pretty exciting to see the results start to pour in. What do you guys think? Dylan says, should have some TAATs tomorrow. Can't wait to try them. Wow, Dylan, you know what? I would love to see what you think about them. Yes, they're going to have an online store live, and that's really going to help with their sales big time. Jeffrey says the company is a baby, so much room to grow. I agree 100%. G Money Inc. says the thing I don't like is so many hemp cigarette companies have failed. Jeffrey says most cannabis smokes taste like weed. These taste like a traditional smoke with a patent. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is a brand new company that is trying to change the game. They're essentially being a disruptive product in the market. However, the majors don't have a problem with it because eventually they're probably just going to buy them out, right? If you're a major tobacco company, you're just going to eventually buy them out. So there's nothing wrong with what these guys are doing. These guys are just providing another product that's already out there. There's already cigarettes out there. These guys are just providing another product with no nicotine and no tobacco. This is taatglobal.com where you can see SETI and the news and the stock. You can see the stock has been trending down. So as an investor, if you're looking for value, you want to get in when stocks are down. So I know it's always hard. People always want to get in when stocks are up, but really, you know, what we teach at our trading club is we teach our guys how to get in when stocks are down and how to sell when they're up. You know, that's really how we teach our community to trade. And, you know, I hope you guys like this news. I think this is big news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. TAAT Chief Revenue Officer Tim Corkum commented, after a few weeks of TAAT being sold at retail in Ohio, we have had opportunities to gather data regarding how it has performed among legal age smokers who have purchased the product. General reception has been excellent for all three varieties of TAAT, though TAAT Menthol was the first to be sold out and reordered. So this is good. This is good news. This is good feedback too. These learnings are especially valuable for us as they can only be obtained through data from actual sales. Based on the performance of TAAT Menthol in Ohio so far, we recognize that these learnings can be especially valuable in potential expansions into new markets, especially in states such as Pennsylvania, where 45% of the combustible tobacco market consists of menthols. That's fantastic news. I have brought many tobacco category products to market across North America, and this phase in which meaningful sales insights begin to emerge is pivotal to any product launch and shaping the product's long-term commercialization plan, where at a regional or at a national level. So this is huge news, guys, for TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, and it's just great to see the company is moving in the right direction. So to learn more about TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, the company has developed TAAT, which is tobacco-free and nicotine-free alternative to traditional cigarettes offered in original, smooth, and menthol varieties. TAAT's base material is Beyond Tobacco, a proprietary blend which undergoes a patent-pending refinement technique, causing its scent and taste to resemble tobacco. Under executive leadership with the big tobacco pedigree, TAAT is launching in the United States in Q4 2020 as the company seeks to position itself in the $814 billion global tobacco industry. And they've launched. So like literally this launch is live, and I think that they are literally just drifting down because people are just impatient, and investors that wanted to get in have taken profits, and that's fine. They should. The stock is up since we started talking about it, and if investor wants to get in and take profits, they should. That is your right as an investor, is to take profits. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking profits. I mean, in fact, we teach that in our trading club every day. This is a baby. It's just getting started. It's a baby company that's just getting started. It does have some backing from some big funders. And I think they have huge potential. And you can see the trend. The trend is clearly up for this stock. And I like, that's why I don't think like there's any reason to panic when it comes to TAAT. Like I see a lot of panic out there. What's wrong with TAAT? What's wrong with TAAT? What's wrong with TAAT? I always hear that, like, what's wrong with TAAT? Nothing. I think, stocks don't just go up usually like, a hockey stick or a rocket. They usually have ups and downs. They're businesses. And the market makers are trying to find a floor for the security. They're trying to find the real value of the security, where it should trade based on its market share, based on its share structure, based on its revenue, based on its balance sheet, based on its assets, and based on its liabilities. And based on everything that I found, yeah, it's been trending up. This is a retrace, and this is a company with growing revenue. So as the revenues grow, you would assume that there would be some catalyst that might be able to take this stock to the next level. So, 221 is just starting, and it's going to be a long year. And so far, TAAT has not done well in 2021. If we go to and look at the 5-day, for example, you can see that they've been coming down, right, in the last 5 days. So even though the trend is going up, you can see that they have been trending down over the short term. Now, you can call that a retrace. You can call it whatever you want. But at the end of the day, that is the trend, right? So as an investor, what are you looking for? Well, I like to buy dips. So if you're looking for an opportunity to get into a stock and you like the stock and it's down and it's been kind of going down, that's kind of the best time to get in, right? Is when they're down. And then you look for catalysts and you look for big revenue growth and mergers and acquisitions and news to maybe see power, moving the stock in the other direction, to see a trend reversal. Because why would this really be drifting down other than the fact that they just don't have a ton of revenue yet, based on the fact they just haven't had enough time? So the stock is going to drift and it's going to go up and down. Like if we go to the last month, you can see that this has been very volatile, right? I've been marking the buy zone here, which is the bottom, and the sell zone here, which is the top. And in the last month, it's been as high as 367. It's been as low as 227. So 227 is the buy zone. 367 is the sell zone. That's in the last month, right? Well, let's go to the last 3 months. Well, in the last 3 months, it's been as high as 420, been as low as 214. So same thing. That's the buy zone, right? So the buy zone's in the 220 zone, right? 220 to 260. And the sell zone is around, $4, $3.50 to $4. So when you're looking at a chart, instead of looking at it and going, oh my goodness, what's wrong with TAAT? You got to be saying, oh man, it's getting close to a buying opportunity. Okay, let me look at this. Where am I looking at? Where do I want to position myself? If you're interested in buying a stock, and I'm not saying you should buy the stock, but if you were looking at this stock and it's trending down, you don't need to buy it because it's going down. So it's like, okay, I'll just wait till it stops going down. Oh, okay, now they have news. Well, let's see how it does tomorrow, right? Like you don't have to rush to do anything in the market. What you want to do is you want to be patient and you want to hunt for your price, right? And companies are going to have news and they're going to have catalysts and they're going to have revenue growth. They're going to have good news. They're going to have bad news, and stocks are going to go up and down, right? We've had a pretty good track record. If you go to richtvlive.com and you go to Rich TV's picks, you'll see, and that's one of our picks. That was one of our top picks for 2020. And I believe it's going to be one of our top picks for 2021. I think it has that type of potential, especially from these prices. I think it has a lot of upward potential. And you can see we made 136 public picks on Rich TV Live last year, and so far some this year. Actually, no, these are all last year. None so far this year added yet, but there will be. With an average peak profit of 203%. So as momentum traders, we're looking to take in 5% profits or more. You know, if you're excited with 5%, nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for 10, you know, that's good too. You got to wait, right? If you want 5%, you're probably just going to be in that stock for a day, maybe, you know, maybe an hour, maybe a minute, maybe a week, maybe a month. But typically, if you're looking for 5%, that's not a long trade. If you're looking for 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, 100%, 1,000%, you typically get that by waiting. So what we teach in our club is how to get into good companies and how to wait, how to get in on dips, right? Like here's Bus, one of the ones that we just recently been talking about, and it's been a great winner for our team. You know, NGA, another one that we've been talking about that's been a great winner for our team. BTCG.U, another one that's been, so I mean, these are just brand new picks. CWRK, so many of these already, and these are just new recent picks, have already been huge winners for our team. So there is a method to the madness, and we try to identify undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, super hyper growth companies like TAAT that are early stage, that have a chance to be disruptive. Now, not in a way that the big tobacco companies are going to feel intimidated, but in a way, in my opinion, where they are going to want to buy them out and offer either some type of a joint venture or be acquired by a larger monster in the tobacco industry, because it is one of the biggest industries and it has some huge players in it, like Altria, like Philip Morris, like Japan Tobacco. So this is the big news from TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. Let me know what you guys think. See what some of you guys are saying. Oh, I appreciate that, Dylan. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Thank you for sharing and being a part of the trading club. It means a lot, man. And if you guys would like to be a part of the trading club, you can join us at richpicksdaily.com, where we literally share picks every single day. Our community is filled with members from all over the world, and we're looking for more new traders, experienced traders, just traders, you know, people that want to learn how to trade. We're living in a world right now where everybody's at home. The world's a crazy world. It doesn't even seem real, right? We're living in a crazy time. So we're living in a time where a lot of us are stuck at home. While we're at home, one of the best things we can do is research great companies and find great early stage companies. I believe that this is one of them. I believe that TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness is one of those unbelievable early stage companies that has an amazing future, and it's going to have ups and downs. And, you know, people are going to doubt them. You know, people also doubted Elon Musk, right? And now he's one of the richest men in the world. So I don't know why people are doubting TAAT. I don't know why people can't just be happy about a new product that's coming to market. I don't know why people are trying to bet against them. I think that that's going to happen in the market. The market, to me, is kind of like a war between the buyers and the sellers. And obviously, the buyers early have won this battle. And lately, the sellers have been winning the battle. But in the long run, you're going to see that this is going to be a company that's going to have some big moves. I think you're going to see it make some big moves. And as they make big moves, there's also going to be times where it's going to drift down like it is right now. It's going to drift down. It's going to have people saying different things. They're going to have competitors. There's going to have, bad days, ups and downs along the way. That's what happens in business. Like there's no straight arrow up to success in business, right? And TAAT knows that. And I know that. And I know that most of you know that. There's a lot of people that may be new to trading, maybe haven't been around trading for long. But when you look at the results, TAAT's been a huge success. That's a fact. TAAT's been a huge success. It's been launched. They're now in stores. The stock has been a huge success so far in 6 months, launching from 41 cents and being at 73 cents day one, wherever they were, 67 cents day one, to where they are today, $2.60. It's already a multiple for all of our members. So it's already a success story. The question is, where did they go from here? And based on the fact they're getting into more stores and the fact that their revenue is just growing, I believe that this is a story that's actually just begun. And as an investor, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? You want to get in for the win. Kevin says, I got a 2. Thank you, bro. Is 250-ish still good to hop in? You know what? I think that this is a good buying zone. I think that it goes way higher from here. I think it could go lower, like I've been saying. Could go to around 220 zone, maybe even lower, but I think that this is still a decent buy zone. Dylan says this community is life-changing. What are you guys waiting for? Hey, thanks, Dylan. I appreciate you, brother. It means a lot. Kevin says, I actually got in around 90 cents, sold at profit, got back in around 2, haven't sold it since. Yeah, I think you're going to see it go to $3, $4, maybe higher, maybe even as high as 5. So those will be opportunities for you to take profits. Max Glide says, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world now. Wow. And there you go. And when he started, everybody doubted him too. And he had bad days and he had lots of debts, and different things not working his way. But now here he is, and he's become a huge success story. And that's what it takes to be successful. And it's not just for one person. It's like that for companies. It's like that for people. It's like that for everyone and everything. So TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, we put them on the map. Huge, huge, huge success story. Congratulations to everybody with this success story that is only just beginning. And this just proves, once again, TAAT Menthol is the first TAAT variety to be sold out and reordered by Ohio tobacco retailers. Just imagine down the road, 5-10 years down the road, when TAAT is in stores everywhere, all over the world. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. That's the opportunity here we have with TAAT. It's a global opportunity. This is not about Ohio. Ohio is just the beginning. This is about a company that started as a small story that's turned into a real idea that's now actually hit market, that's about to take America by storm and then going to go global. And we're still in early telling this story with all the people still trying to say it's not real. It's fake. It's not real. Even though they're getting more orders in Ohio and they're getting reordered products, people are still always going to say it's fake. So eventually, hopefully, it gets to the point where they're everywhere all over the world. So those people that think that it's fake will get an opportunity to actually try it. Because I've tried it and they're very real and they're smooth. And I'm super excited to see how the world likes TAAT. If you've tried them, if you're buying them, if you've got the opportunity to test them or know someone that has, please let me know. I'd love to know your opinion. I'd love to know your feedback. So far, every single person I've talked to or I've seen talk about TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness has had a positive review. I actually don't think there has been one negative review yet, which is unheard of. So unless you guys know any different, please let me know. Huge news for TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness. TAAT Menthol is the first TAAT variety to be sold out and reordered by Ohio tobacco retailers. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. TAAT Lifestyle and Wellness, TAAT in Canada, TOBAF in America, and 2TP2 in Frankfurt, Germany. Have a nice day. We'll talk to you soon.